How's it going, Pokemon fans? Shane here from JollyMonz, back here with Mr. CJ, doing some more commentary. This is top 4 of our League Cup. We had some technical difficulties with top 8, so we didn't quite get that matchup. When we got to top 8 was 3 Gardevoir, and all 3 of those Gardevoir made it to top 4. So top 4 is 3 Gardevoir, 1 Trevenant, so we decided to do the Gardevoir-Trevenant matchup instead of the mirror. And
even though this is actually the same 2 people we had earlier on.
Yep, they met again in top 4. Who won that matchup?
I don't remember.
Yeah, me either. I really don't. I don't know. But Trevenant gets to go first here, and he went for Ultra Ball, Jirachi, for Wally, for Trevenant. Seems pretty good. But Gardevoir kind of got the best start to combat that. Diancie with Ralts.
Diancie, Ralts, especially if he has a Bridge in hand already, or Lele in hand.
Like, woo-wee! Oh boy.
But as of now, I can't see his hand. We'll just see what happens. I assume Trevenant player ends his turn very soon.
It looks like 3 energy in hand, which is pretty bad. At least he's got the one for Diancie. Versus Secret Guzma Rescue Stretcher?
Yeah, it looks like it. So not much going on. Just gonna attack, evolve, pass. I mean,
what else can you do?
Turn 3, you'll have a Gardevoir.
You can flip the table.
I think you get a DQ for that. So while you
think...
can do it, I wouldn't suggest it.
Can they prove it?
Well, we were recording it, so.
I mean, the camera would be flipped too.
I mean, do you lose the video if it's broken during recording?
Depends if the SD card gets disrupted or damaged.
Well, I'm saying if the SD card stays intact.
Look, man, I don't know. Maybe he flips the table and then crushes the camera. So you don't know who flipped it.
I mean, the store also has cameras, so.
Debatable.
Okay. I'm like 90% confident that this store has cameras.
Do they work is the question.
They seem like the type of store who would keep their cameras going.
So, Versus Seeker for Trevenant Break off the Wally. So, there's about to be a lot of damage coming out. Well, maybe not.
I mean, it would only be 60 damage.
Hey.
That's not a lot of damage.
For Trevenant it is.
And
Necrozma. And pass. So he still doesn't really have any energy or anything going on, so that's kind of unfortunate. The sad thing here is, like, he has the Guzma, but
it would force him to bring up his Pokemon.
That, and he doesn't really have anything to capitalize off getting out of item lock.
Not yet.
So he's kind of just stuck. At least he had the Diancie, though. Like, that just makes everything better.
Yeah.
Like, it makes this terrible start not quite so bad.
And then next turn, he can Guzma up something and then start picking up knockouts.
Yep. Because
he has Gardevoir in play now.
Like, when he can Guzma up that Jirachi, attach the DCE, and that's a knockout.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether or not he sees that line of play, it's another topic. After watching that Night March player, I'm a little disheartened.
Well, we know the people in this game. We know.
I know that they're both bad.
Debatable.
So there's the Guzma. My boy, he did it. I'm so hyped right now. I always had faith in you, Daniel. Don't let CJ tell you otherwise.
There is audio recording of him saying you're bad.
I never said that.
Okay. There is a Gallade, Colress, Versus Seeker. Colress for 3.
I don't even blame him. That hand was dead. I don't even blame him at all.
You know it's bad when you're having a Colress for 3.
Bruh, I can't tell you. I think at least twice in Fort Wayne, I had to Colress for like 4. Like, my hands were just that dead. It was bad.
wonder what he gets. There's a bursting balloon on the Trevenant. We need to remember that. There's a glare, so it's kind of hard to see.
He got a Lele off of that. My boy.
I didn't see the other cards, but he's going to drop the Lele.
I would have held it. He can't play the supporter.
Yeah.
So I would have held it.
And it's a little odd he's going for Bridget.
Yeah, I would... Well...
I think I would rather just go for a Sycamore or Juniper. Unless he has that in his hand, too. I only saw the Lele when he drew.
I don't know. Maybe. Bam. Bursting balloon goes pop. Did he take 80 from the bursting balloon?
Yes. You definitely don't...
Only take 60.
You definitely don't take 80. Unless there is damage on it already?
No. Trevenant player hasn't attacked this game. He hasn't seen any energy. There we go, they caught it.
Okay. Like, the only thing I could think of is if there was a tree slam. But then there would have been damage on the Deontay.
He just drew another Lele.
I'd rather be lucky than skilled. And he goes for Bridget. I assume to grab just 2 or 3 Ralts.
The Sudowoodo is pointless here.
I could understand grabbing Remoraid.
He's not playing Remoraid.
Oh, that's right.
He's playing Giratina, though. And Rabombe? Comfy?
Yeah, Comfy.
Yeah, that's it. Something.
I think the first time these two played, Daniel did win. I'm remembering something about 2 Trevenant breaks being played.
Right, because the Coda, for some reason, breaks 2 of them, knowing he was playing Giratina. And it kind of cost him the game.
So now that I think about it, Lele for Bridget does kind of make sense because he can grab the Giratina.
Right.
But now, depending on what his hand is, he just kind of can't do anything because now he can't play the other Lele.
True. I probably would have only grabbed one of the Ralts. I would have left that spot open for Lele. Just go Ralt Giratina and call it a day.
I mean, if he does have a draw support already, then it works out.
True.
And I don't know about you, but I haven't really seen what's in his hand.
All I know is he has a Lele.
Yeah, that's the only card I know about.
So Trevenant's going back through the deck. Grab a Shaman.
And I really want to know what's in Gardevoir's hand.
I saw a Level Ball, Rescue Scarf, Sycamore, Break. So please do not break. Dakota, whatever you do.
And what's going on here?
There's the Rescue Scarf.
I like that.
And Level Ball.
Level Ball for another Phantom. Got a full bench. Both players have a full bench now.
And is he going to come in and... well, no, he can't retreat.
I think he's just leaving the Trevenant up to die.
Right.
Oh, don't do that.
Do not break evolve, sir. There is a Giratina in play. Okay, good. He just Sycamore it away.
He almost did it.
He thought about it.
I think for a split second he forgot about the Giratina. But then as he was going to play, I realized, nope, not a good idea.
Alright, so he passed. I see an Ultra Ball, a Sycamore, a Gallade, and a Lele.
You can't do that.
Can't Ultra Ball, sir.
So he just plays the Sycamore. So the Bridget for all three does make sense.
Yep.
Gets a fresh hand of 7.
I see a DCE.
I saw at least 2 or 3 items.
Looks like Field Blower Ultra Ball.
I think I saw a Versus Seeker.
Yep.
But there is a DCE to the Gardevoir. I don't think you needed to do that.
No. Definitely should have held the DCE.
I think he was trying to get it to where he could one-shot a Trevenant next turn and on the off chance that Dakota doesn't attach any energy.
I mean, he still could because Secret Spring.
If he has Fairy Energy.
I mean, if he has to slam a third DCE on that Gardevoir, oh boy. Oh boy. It's a lot of commitment.
Well, no, there was a Fairy Energy in play.
I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of commitment in my life.
I definitely think he should have held on to the DCE.
Did he just go Ultra Ball for a break?
Believe so. There's a break in the active.
Are you just going to Sycamore the breakaway? Good idea. You know it's essentially a dead draw at this point. So Bursting Balloon, I see D-Valley and Flare Grunt. So CJ, what's the play for Daytona? Is it Wales?
We play Pokemon. That's all I know.
You're telling me it's not Wales?
Dude, I have no idea what I'm playing Expanded. I might just keep playing Galissapod, but eh.
Boom, that Field Blower.
Coming in clutch.
So he's got an Ultra Ball here. I assume he's going to grab the Gardevoir. Yeah, 'cause he's got a Rare Candy in hand. So, look at that Yugimoto Shuffle.
It threw me off for a little bit because I was like, why is he Rare Candy? There's Trevenant, but
Giratina. Like a champ. And Daniel even said he put that Giratina in at the last minute. He wasn't even going to play it.
Interesting. I mean, I wasn't expecting there to be any Trevenant, so... Turns out there is one.
Rare Candy again. Oh boy. It's starting to look like a lost cause for Trevenant.
We are going full speed now, my friend.
There are 3 Gardevoir in play. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 energy in play just on Gardevoir's side.
And there's a knockout, bringing up the Necrozma. Doesn't pick up any knockouts yet.
Nope.
He's going to bring in the Giratina. Why did you take off the damage? Okay, there we go.
So the Giratina's got 100 HP.
Wait, I thought he brought up the Necrozma.
He did, but he Guzma'd.
Oh, right, the Guzma. And he just passed?
No, he Tree Slammed.
Oh, right. That seems like an odd one.
If I were...
It's the only option, that's right.
If I were Trevenant, because he placed damage on the 2 Gardevoir, that slightly weak, like, you know, stronger, like, less damage to Gardevoir, I would have put that 20 on top of Lele. That way, when you Tree Slam here, you take the knockout on Giratina, and then you put it on the Gardevoir that's been in play with the most energy, and that would put it up to 130 damage. It would put the Lele at 70 damage, and Necrozma could come in and take 4 more prizes.
Oh, we'll see what happens. I was trying to figure out why he didn't just Silent Fear, but then I realized there wasn't a break in play.
Because then he could just, maybe before he loses, he could, well, no, because I guess he would just kind of lose. Well, yeah. Because he would have just needed to try and take out that Diancie for game. Because Necrozma would have gotten him down to 1 prize.
Now, let's see, which one does he bring up? Yeah, that makes sense. Because let's see, one Gardevoir is at 130, one's at 30, one's at 70. Yeah, Necrozma only gets 1 knockout right now.
Yep. Had he slammed in the, like, towards the Lele, it would have taken him the Lele out too.
Oh, and he's putting it down to 1.
Ooh, boy.
But I think that Gardevoir just gets a knockout. Because there's 6 energy, 6 times 3, 180.
There's 4 energy. Oh, he can switch to the
5.
other one.
There's 5 energy.
I forgot he can switch to the other one. Yeah.
Okay, so there's 5 energy in play because of the Necrozma.
So when if he retreats to the one on the bench, he comes in for a knockout.
Yeah. But the one with all the energy on the bench is about to get knocked out.
Oh, well then never mind.
So Daniel needs 1 energy. Can he get 1 energy? Teammates?
Oh.
Alright. So assuming there's energy in the deck.
Oh, yeah, there they are. I was about to say, I don't think there's energy left.
And he's scooping up.
Yep, so
We will move on to game 2. Come on, where are you starting at?
So Trevenant will be on the play.
And oh,
That's Sudowoodo open. And the Jirachi. Ugh.
neither of those are good.
No.
Energy Dimension Valley gets him a turn 1. Trevenant.
Can he get there, though?
Let's see. I can see a Versus Seeker in hand, and that's pretty much all I can make out at the moment. He's just grabbing another Phantom. He just discarded a Sycamore, so that probably means there's another one in his hand.
Oh, does he have the D-Valley? No, but he has the Wally, and that's good enough.
Yep, that gets him there. Now it's Daniel's turn. So what goes on?
Ugh. Ouch. Did he just pass?
Yep, that's exactly what he did.
Ugh. Ultra Ball.
I think one of them was a super rod.
So, since this is probably going to be one of those games, probably do a shameless plug here, I guess. Anybody in the Gulf Coast area, there's, what is it called, QuestCon in Mobile towards the end of October. There'll be a standard tournament on that Sunday. I believe it's the 22nd of October. It's free to enter, and the winner gets a case.
I'm not sure how they're able to afford that, but okay.
Hosted by Gamers and Geeks at QuestCon. Man, we ask ourselves that question a lot when it comes to Gamers and Geeks. How can they afford that? They make it work, man.
I mean, you have to pay for the entry into the event, but...
Yeah, that's what kind of sucks, and entry into the con is $25 for that one day. But even if you look at it as paying $25 to play for a case, that's still not terrible. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not great, but it's not terrible. And if you scrub out, there's other stuff you can do at the con. So.
I've never went to a con just for a tournament. I've actually never been to a con, so...
I went to MobaCon when I was like 12 for a two-headed giant Magic the Gathering sealed event.
And how was that?
It was Planar Chaos and Time Spiral, so it was pretty freaking lit. And I pulled Damnation in my sealed pool, so it was pretty lit. We made top 16.
Not bad.
I think it was like out of 50-something teams, we made top 16.
Alright, so I did notice that Trevenant player put down a break.
Tree versus tree. Who is the better tree?
I definitely think Trevenant is.
Are you sure?
Well, this Sudowoodo isn't doing anything.
He's a very mean tree.
The Sudowoodo is doing nothing besides just taking damage.
He just likes to take it.
And he is conceding.
Bam. That's what Trevenant does.
So,
You don't get to play the game.
I don't know, he played a lot game 1.
Didn't do anything game 2 except attach a DC.
Going too far. Okay.
So game 3, 1-1. Gardevoir is on the play, so he does get a turn of items.
And that is a Shaman start.
Ugh.
Versus a Comb Face start.
Neither one is that good. Looks like he drew Diancie for turn. If only it was one card closer to the top.
There's an Energy. Let's see, Chorus, DCE, Field Blower, Glade. None of those cards do anything.
Pretty much. There's an Necrozma. DCE to the Shaman so he gets Sky Return. Does he have a way to get a Phantom, though, is the question.
I was going to say, if he had Phantom
and Wally? Woo, boy!
Nope, he's just going to Sky Return. 30 damage.
He tried.
Both of these players seem to have bad starts. Gardevoir just drew a Sycamore, though.
That's pretty relevant.
I mean, it would discard a Gardevoir, but it gets him a fresh hand.
He does play Rescue Stretcher, so it's not too bad of a, thing.
If it gets item locked...
Yeah.
That's the thing, you can't always guarantee on having your items against Trevenant. But he can retreat into Diancie.
Heck, you can't guarantee having your items against any deck that plays DCE and Expanded because of Seismitoad.
Yeah, sure, I'll bite.
Just when you think you're safe, they're like, oh hey, it's a Toad.
So he did just...
manually retreat to the Diancie?
I was going to say he just played 2 Rescue Stretchers and got back Glade Gardevoir.
Boy! Like a boss.
So he's just going to evolve. So he can play the Gardevoir.
Here's my question, though. Do you play the Gardevoir?
I think I know where you're going. Are you asking which one you play first, Gardevoir or Glade?
Yes.
Gardevoir, because, yeah, he can play Gallade, use Premonition, but then he has to shuffle with Diancie.
My thought process more is, assuming he gets a Trevenant, which he is, do you get the Gallade just so you can set up your draws to help deal with the item lock? Or do you just keep setting up with Diancie?
I think you use Diancie one more turn.
Just so you can get them both out?
Yes. There's no reason not to. Yeah, like you play Gardevoir, attack with Diancie, grab a Curlia, play your Gallade, and now you start sculpting the top of your deck.
And that's a DCE.
I mean, he could just retreat and start attacking.
And an energy for turn. He could. I do like our idea better. Because Trevenant's not just going to start killing you. It's a slow burn. So, he can definitely wait a turn.
I do find it a little odd that the Bursting Balloon went on the Necrozma.
And he's just going to go ahead and start attacking.
That balloon is gone. And there's a break in play. It's going to start spreading damage.
But there is no Giratina.
That is true.
And he noticed the balloon.
Like, if you put it onto the Trevenant, that'd be an extra 9 or 60 damage on the Gardevoir. So, I am confused about that. Maybe he just didn't have it when he started playing cards. I don't know. Goes for an N.
Oh boy.
Let's see that Giratina. Although, to be fair, I think Gardevoir's already in a pretty decent position. He's just throwing damage.
And a lot of it.
Like, just right now, with his energy alone, is 120. And then if the Trevenant attaches any more energy anywhere, that's 150 minimum.
All it takes is a DCE to one-shot a Necrozma, too.
And that Trevenant goes down. Necrozma comes up.
And I see a DCE in hand.
Necrozma doesn't really do anything, though.
Gardevoir's just so massive.
I mean, yeah, he can attach DCE, attack for 100 damage.
If Trevenant still goes this Necrozma route, do you think it needs to play Espeon?
I mean, honestly, I think Espeon is just a good addition to the deck in general. It's a free attack with Dimension Valley.
And
you spread damage.
Why have...
Expanded, I could see probably not.
Though, with the addition of all
what
these
am I saying?
GXs...
What am I saying? There's no Trevenant in Standard.
Though I think a big reason we didn't see it in, like, Fort Wayne is... a lot... I mean, I'm sure the higher class players saw this coming, like Gardevoir and Gliscod and all that. But other players probably didn't. So now that we know Gardevoir and Gliscod are Tier 1 and expanded, I feel like Espeon could see more play.
Yeah, if you're expecting, like, a room full of evolution decks... And actually, to be honest, like, the two non-evolution decks that come to mind are Darkrai and any...
Fire deck?
Yeah, any Volcanion Turtonator deck. Trevenant already loses to Dark, so that match is pretty much irrelevant. And then...
You kind of just lose the fire, too. Because you can't keep up with Turtonator.
Especially if they just, like, start Kiawe turn 1.
And they're just like... Boom. They're just, like, spamming 160, 160, 160. Now, granted, you know, Trevenant break is 160 HP, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
So, yeah, I definitely understand. Like, the more I think about it, the more I understand Espeon EX and Expanded.
Better stock up on your Espeons, boys.
And actually, I think before Dakota left, he mentioned adding Espeon to the deck.
Yeah, I mean, as much Gardevoir as he played, he probably really needed it.
Yeah. Like, I could almost even understand just taking out Necrozma for it. I don't... Like, it essentially kind of does the same thing. Like, you're both taking easier knockouts on the big Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with it, I'm saying I see it.
Right.
But then if you have both, that's more non-Phantom Pokemon to start off with. Which, again, you don't really want to do that either.
Yeah.
The main appeal is, with Dimension Valley, it's a free attack. At worst, it costs 10 energy.
Yep. I mean, this is a dead Shaman no matter how you look at it. So, he's gonna Ultra Ball.
Has he played a supporter yet?
I don't know. I got distracted by our conversation about Espeon.
Because if he hasn't played a supporter yet, he could just pull up the Necrozma or the Phantom and just knock it out. Because knocking out the Shaman, it doesn't really do anything. It's just 2 prizes.
So he's gonna play Bridget?
Yeah, I can see that. Just grab Giratina. I wouldn't even grab anything
for Lele. Yeah.
You already have... Well...
I mean, he did it. It's there.
Does he have a hand?
Yes.
Okay, there it is. It was just off camera.
So he's going to bring up the Phantom. Gardevoir goes down to 3 prizes. Gardevoir is just so fast and it's so beefy. Like, it's almost insane. It's like... It's about the same speed as Turbo Dark in its prime in Standard. You know, last February or so. But just tankier. Like... He's going to try and just lock up that Giratina.
And there's no reason not to.
You're right. It's a second Gardevoir.
Because how much retreat does Giratina have? 2 or 3?
Yep, I believe it's 2.
I mean, 2 energy attachments and it's out of the active. Which, with Gardevoir, kind of easy to do.
He did play Sycamore. I mean, it's just it's another one of those games which just looks like Gardevoir's a really bad matchup for Trevenant. When Gardevoir, Turbo Turtles, and Dark are bad matchups, I don't think we're going to see too much Trevenant for a while in the competitive scene.
No, I don't know.
I'm starting to feel like Toad might be the better way to go with item lock, like Golisopod Toad.
But even then, we're looking at an expanded format that doesn't play as many items.
That's very true, too. They're not going anywhere near as fast as they used to.
So, it's almost to the point where...
Is item lock even worth it?
Yeah. Now that Garbodor has seen play in the top tables at expanded events. I don't know, it is definitely interesting. I think Toad could be like a cool tech for some decks, but I don't know if we'll see another dedicated Toad deck for a while.
Yeah, like no Toad Bats or Toad Tina.
I don't know, maybe people are still working out the kinks in their lists. And they didn't want to bring a deck that wasn't like 100% completed.
Right.
So, there was a, what is Lele's attack even called?
Energy Drive for
Okay.
100. Because he was able to use it due to Dimension Valley.
Yep.
And that's game. Gardevoir just kind of ran train on that.
Yep, and now we have
Z Finals.
Gardevoir Mirror coming up.
Hype! Not really. Mirrors.
So we will see y'all there.
Stay jolly.